folks, this is Valano. I'm going to show you the way I do Barrows and how many runs I can get out of it with a method that somebody, it was about 8 months ago, posted a video on YouTube that they got the max amount of runs, which was 400, and then that was later topped off by 420 plus. Well, the guy was rich and, he was maxed character and everything, and I decided, well, let me try it with my stats in the similar way and see how many runs I can get, see if it's viable for somebody that's not really rich and has a lot of money and, has everything completed in all max 99s and everything. So this is what I do. I'm average combat level 108. My stats aren't amazing, it's average, somewhat decent, 75 magic, 78 range, combats between 83 and 84. You could do it with less stats, more stats. It doesn't matter. The main thing that makes this tactic work is you have to have ancients, because to get consecutive runs without banking, your tactic is pretty much not letting them hit you. And for the melee brothers, you're going to be using Ice Burst, which is a level 70 mage skill, and manipulating them around the room to where they don't even come in contact with you. As you could see, I only have one prayer potion. You're not going to be using prayer, even on Daharic. I mean, it's kind of scary, but you just have to. I'll show you what you're supposed to do. Don't worry, it's not that bad. But he used for the melee brothers, he would use Ahrim's and the Staff of Light. I don't like Athrims because it degrades and everything, and it's just annoying for me. And right now, it's not really selling and buying too well because of the recent Barrows update. So, kind of avoided using Ahrims. And if you can't afford Affinity, that's fine. You can just go pick up some Mystic stuff. I mean, Infinity gives what, 17 bonus to mage attack, and Mystic does 15. So you can compromise. And he used Carl's with the Carl's crossbow. Now, Carl's crossbow, it's pretty much a short bow in disguise because it's so fast. I mean, it doesn't have that amazing of like damage compared to a RuneScape, but it's fast. And if you use it on Arams, which you're going to be doing, it'll work fine. You'll kill him before he even hits you with any magic. And he used Carl's. I like Carl's, but I mean, you can switch this for Black D'Hide. I mean, you don't need to have the expensive stuff. And as I'm about to show you, I'm using a Dragon Dagger for my specials for meleeing Carl, because the other dude, he used Dragon Claws. I'm a noob and I'm not rich, so I can't use Dragon Claws. So I'm going to use a Dragon Dagger, spec it up, and finish him with Whip. And I bring supers. The only reason I brought these is just because it gives you a little bit easier time while you have them. You just take these down and then you go spec Carl, and but once they're gone, I mean they're not necessary. I just like to start off with them. And one prayer potion, because there are oh shit moments, where your Guthans might not have healed, which you're supposed to, or you're running low and you're out of this emergency food, and you need to maybe throw up a protect from magic, protect from range prayer, and your prayer is gone, so that's just in case. And prayer potions and defense potions are restored by the chest a majority of the time, so you'll get these back. You can drop them if you want to, but they help out a little, and since you're gonna have a bunch of free space in your inventory, so it doesn't hurt to carry them with you. And oh yeah, and you're gonna also want Guthans. Now this is one thing that you can't be sure on. You can't go get like dragon plates and a rune plate body or something, because this actual set is what's going to be keeping you alive during the time that you're doing Barrows. So other than that, this is my setup, what I'm using right here. This is my mage stuff and my range stuff. Of course, again, you can compromise these things. What you really can't compromise is the Guthans and the Ancients. Alright, well, that's enough for me blabbing. I'm going to go ahead and run down there and show you how I kill them. I'm going to start off with Daharic, and I recommend you do too, because if you go through the other brothers and for some reason you've taken any damage, and it just so happens that you have a lag spike or something, and he comes around and smacks you with 600, and you're not prepared for it, and your health is low, you're going to die. So I recommend starting off with Daharic. I'm showing you I got just Infinity. And this, I took off my helmet because it does minus on mage attack. And one thing you don't want happening is this thing to go shield. You do not want him to block it. You need that to hit all the time. If not, you're going to die because he's going to rush you. Okay, apparently it says I've already killed Varak. That's probably from an earlier run that I did and didn't finish for whatever reason. But it doesn't really matter. You'll be killing him the same way that you do any other melee brother that I show you. I do in this video, I've done this Daharic a few times before, like twice, and running the camera while playing is giving me some lag. So I'll try to do it the way I normally do it. If I can't, I'll implement some protect from prayer, protect from melee prayer on some of the parts that I encountered hard, just in case it lags and I might die. But I'm gonna try it the way I normally do, and if it doesn't work, then I'll be doing that. But when you do this, if you do this, you shouldn't have any problem. I mean, if you're running your normal frame rate the way you usually play, it should be no problem for you. But here we go. Let's see if I can get this without getting my ass smacked. Okay, he's unfrozen. Make sure that he's free and he's available to be frozen again. Find the spot which he will come around on either side and go to the farthest square away so you have time before he gets to you to freeze him. And you click over here and then you'll click attack. That way your character will turn around and attack him and freeze him in between these spots before he gets to you. And you rinse and repeat it until he's dead. Same thing, doing it on this side. And there he goes. Alright, worked out fine. Computer's doing a little bit better, so not too much lag. After doing Daharic first, it doesn't really matter who you go to, just preference. I usually do all the melee brothers first, and then do Carl and then Aram. These other guys are, it's much easier, it's a lot less stressful because they're not as dangerous as Daharic, and you don't have to worry about them that much. 2, 3, right over here, get him to move. And this is all it is for the melee brothers. It's really simple. Just make sure that you actually click on them and not walk here. I do that sometimes and it'll cost me some life points, but there goes him. Hopefully Torag is what I have the tunnel on. That way I can show you how to fight Carl and Aram. I mean, in here anyway. Yep, okay. So Varak is already dead due to me running this before and leaving for whatever reason. So for Carl, you're gonna melee him. Let's put on your Guthans set. Switch to your spec weapon, whatever you chose that to be. Make sure you click over to what you're gonna do, stab or what have you, because it'll still be stuck on this and you'll just waste time. I'll go ahead and do these. And just spec them all you can, then switch to your whip or stay with your spec weapon, whatever you decided to fight them with. Now, Carl should be the only person you really take damage on, necessarily. This method is a little sketchy because the other guy used Dragon Claws enemy and 2 specs and 1 whip hit, he's dead, but as for me, I'm not that rich unless I borrow claws for these runs. I'll use a DDS. So you'll take some substantial damage, but it's not that much to be worried about. And Aram, he does most of his like confusion and weakening shit, and hardly uses attack mage, so you don't really get that much damage. Take off your helm so you don't conduct any extra damage, and him you just pretty much fire away. You do want to do rapid though, so you get more hits out quickly. And this is what I bring the extra food for, this emergency food. See, I mean, he only did an attack once and got damage even then. Alright, then you go over, put on your Guthans because you're going in the tunnel, and you're going to want to heal with Guthans while you're getting your creature kills. So that way, whoever you're fighting in the tunnel, you'll have health for that. And after you fight that person, whoever it is, kill a few more creatures till you're max, then you go up your rope. So you'll have plenty of health for Daharic in the next run.